Shoes.
Right. And I'm going to be paraphrasing here, and you guys could read along in the text, where he touches on that there's studies outside of the United States that have begun, right? And that they're assessing a presumed linkage among maleness, right? The patriarchy and domination, and the feminist theory that what I never understood, and it's constantly relevant today, especially in this space, where there's many women that try to quantify and define masculinity, although they're they're not a man. You know, how can you quantify, or how could you measure masculinity from a position of femininity? You're a woman, right? I wouldn't think that they would take too kind to men telling them what a woman is supposed to be like, or do, or quantify what femininity is, but they have no issue constantly telling men what makes a man, but you're not a man. So on top of that, and this is just as far as like our community, our people is concerned, right? You have women who would tell men what they're supposed to be like and what makes a real man, right? But then you cannot tell them what makes a real woman. And on top of that, there's been a large number of us who grew up in houses where there was no man to base that manhood off of, right? We had to leave our initial environment, which is supposed to be considered home, which is supposed to be the sanctuary, right? And having that first teacher, mother, to provide the lesson, and for a father to make it concrete, where we didn't get that. There's a lot of us here in the space that haven't gotten it, or in the community that haven't gotten the opportunity to have both parents, or to have the privilege of having both parents. And that in itself, me saying that, to have the privilege of having both parents, you know, should that really be a privilege? I thought from cause and effect, you know, you have sex, two people get together, a woman and a man gets together, have sex, and you get a baby. I would assume, you know, in a perfect world, that both parents are responsible and able to raise that child together. And I understand that not every household is shaped that way. It's not shaped with the mother providing the introduction to the lesson and the father solidifying and making it concrete. You know, there's a lot of brothers who I'm taking testimonies from in this space, that grew up in a single parent household, and you know, the excuse that they got was, well, this is what mama worked with the best she had, but mama's still telling you what a real man is, but mama doesn't even have a man in her life. You know, mama's not a man. Mama's a mama. Mama's a woman. So how can mama tell me how to be a man